really happy with Tua because he's been having such a good camp, just in his development and ownership of the offense, and I was very hopeful that he would be the same guy on game day. It was my first opportunity with him, and he executed the really everything that we asked him to do. He was his ownership of the offense, his command of the players was real good. He distributed the ball well. There's a couple times that he got to 3 in his progression, and he adjusted with the defense. They kind of came out and weren't matching personnel, and that wasn't something that in the preseason you necessarily expect nor prepare for. Didn't bother him in the slightest. So I was happy with his performance, and it was something to build upon moving forward that the team really was pumped to see.
That is Mike Maximum Chill McDaniel. I listen to him and I just get very relaxed and no stress, and how amazingly different he is than any NFL coach we have ever seen. Tony Dungy, I guess, would be the closest. He was low-key and relaxed in a different way.
Right.
With McDaniel, it's kind of a hipster in a good way. I don't mean that derisively like stupid hipster doofus Kramer. I mean kind of a cool hipster, nothing really stresses him out. It's just a hell of an experiment to see if that personality works in an NFL locker room. I think it does, and I hope it does. And it's just fun to have somebody so different than what we've ever seen and heard before.
Well, maybe it's what the doctor ordered for Tua, right? Coming from an intense guy like Brian Flores, and there was all the talk of getting another quarterback replacing it. And now you got a guy that's just always calm and it's always the same, and it's an offense that I think really fits and suits Tua. He did look good. He didn't have to make we didn't see anything pushed down the field, but Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, they weren't out there. But, the movement, the run game, the play action, this is all going to be a part of what this guy does. And, again, it looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the football. This is, I think, one of the plays we're looking at where he got to number 3, as Mike McDaniel was talking about, on the run, moving the ball that way. It looks good. I mean, damn, this is what I really want to say. The Dolphins look so damn good. The only question we got about the Dolphins is the O-line a little bit. The right tackle, Austin Jackson. But holy crap. I mean, they look like that on the defensive side of the ball, which was awesome. The offensive side of the ball, they got running backs that all look impressive. They got a few young receivers. The Gesicki's a good tight end, and we didn't even see Tyreek and Jalen Waddle. I'm hopeful that again, I don't think this is going to be MVP level type of play, but he's going to be a wheeler and a dealer, and it's going to be an offense that really is built around his skill set, and I think makes the game easy for him in a lot of ways, kind of like we've seen Shanahan with Jimmy Garoppolo in a lot of ways.
And even though Mike McDaniel's delivery was so unique in comparison to what we're used to, the content wasn't all that much different. It's a lot of the same old stuff you hear when a coach assesses what a quarterback does in a preseason game. And I say that, Chris, because there was another topic you got into that I think is far more telling, not only about where Tua was, but where he could potentially be heading. Here is McDaniel talking about Tua getting out on the field hours before the game, working through his progressions and his visualization and putting in maybe the kind of effort that in the first 2 years of his career he didn't. Have a listen.
Man, that says everything. That's why his teammates are confident in him. That's why I'm confident in him, and that's why his coaching staff is, because that is something that he has done on his own with guidance from his quarterback coach, Coach Bevel. But you can feel that every day that he is. Coach Bevel has explained to him all sorts of stories of the players he's worked with. Coming in here this year, that wasn't something that I had heard that wasn't really his MO. Just to go ahead and go outside the framework of whatever the schedule is and really invest all in on your craft, he is doing that every single day. And it really shows in his play. That doesn't surprise me.
The key in that is it wasn't his MO before.
That's right.
That he wasn't doing this hours before kickoff, that he wasn't there early, fully committed to thinking about everything he needed to do, working through what his plays were going to be. He's doing it all ahead of time. He's look, this is good. It's better than doing nothing. I don't know how much better it makes you, but it shows a level of commitment. He's got his play sheet there. He's doing it all. And that's what we want to see from the guys who become the best of the best. It's a requirement. It's mandatory. You don't have a chance of being the best of the best if you're not putting in that kind of effort. So that makes me say, all right, what we saw the first 2 years of his career, set that aside. This is a new Tua, and let's see what he does with this kind of approach in this offense with this mindset. And I think it's good news. Tua and On will be happy with us today. They should be happy with us today because we see tangible growth.
Yeah.
Let's see what it translates into.
Yeah, that's right. But it is. It's positive. And again, it does seem like he's all in, and he's approaching his craft a little differently. And I think there's been, there's a lot of great quarterbacks that are doing that right there. The Drew Brees of the world, Steve Young used to be like that back in the day with the 49ers. They all do it their own ways. I don't know if they always go out in the practice field and do that. That might be in the tunnel of the stadium. But either way, it's positive. And, having a script, which I'm sure that was the first 10 or whatever, gives you a little, okay, so you can kind of play the game before the game starts a little to give you, early confidence in the game. He's smart. I know that. He moves around well. He's got some different releases that are nice. He does have anticipation and accuracy. Again, all that I don't worry about. I worry about, okay, now it's the part of the game where the defense is settled in. They're on to some of the tricks of the offense. Now you got to make some throws and some plays in the pocket. You're in Buffalo. There's a 30-mile-per-hour wind blowing in your face, and it's spitting snow and sleet. Can you throw it? Can you not drop the ball as you're just trying to throw it? Can you push it through those elements? We saw that in Tennessee last year. That, to me, is the thing I need to see. But either way, this is a good start, and the Dolphins are one of those teams, Mike, that you just look at and you go, great Scots. They got just studs everywhere. They really do. And I'm excited to see them when things start for real here in 20 days.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.